Hey everybody, it's Kristen and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm doing another book tag because I'm on a book tag kick, and today's book tag is the back to school book tag. So let's get started. Okay, most of you know by now that I am a teacher, so back to school is a fun time for me. Back to school shopping is awesome. Best part, getting everything ready, doing everything that needs to be done to get the classroom ready. And this year looks a little bit different. Still don't know what we're doing, but I am just gonna have fun with it and roll with it. So I thought this would be a really fun tag to do. And if you can hear, my neighbors are weed eating, and I'm sorry if you hear that in the background. Every stinking time I try and do a video here lately, somebody is doing something outside. So the only time I have to do videos is when my kids are at daycare, so we're just gonna have to deal with the background noise today, although it sucks. I don't know if you can hear it, but it's annoying to me. Anyways, so this is, like I said, the back to school book tag. So these are just questions that have to do with back to school topics. So let's get started. Okay, so the first prompt is new school year. So it says, the start of something new, pick an awesome debut novel. And I am going to go with The Beauty in Breaking. This was my July Book of the Month Club pick. And it is by a ER doctor. And she just tells pretty much the things she's gone through in the ER and some stories in the ER and in different hospitals and stuff, and it's a really great memoir. It's a memoir of growing. She does a lot of growing in her time and getting back to the medicine and what's important in the medicine. And I cried in this book a few times. A few of the stories really hit home. She worked in a VA hospital, which hits home for me, and it was a very just moving book. She does go through a lot, and her life just kind of gets turned upside down, and she has to kind of start all over on her own. And I just loved that story. I loved I think the title is wonderful, The Beauty in Breaking, and I gave it 4 out of 5 stars. I thought it was a really good memoir, and this is a debut novel for her, and so very interesting, very heartwarming, very moving. Check it out. Okay, I'm having to read these from my computer because the prompts are so long. They're not like, I can't like memorize the prompt in the few seconds. I don't know. So I'm having to read them, so I'm sorry that I keep looking to the side. I just cannot do it without looking to the side. So the second prompt is teachers. They're there to teach and guide you. Pick a character that is full of sage-like wisdom. And I thought about going with the typical Harry Potter answer, but I was like, no, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to find a different character. So I'm going to go with Mrs. Witch from A Wrinkle in Time. I honestly think she has some of the best like quotes ever in these books. If you go through, some of her quotes are just really amazing. I know a lot of people have seen the new movie that came out. The book is just amazing. It just is. There's nothing more to say than it is just an awesome book, and everyone should read it. But someone with sage-like wisdom, I'm going with Mrs. Witch from A Wrinkle in Time. Okay, favorite subject. Everyone has that one class that's their favorite. Recommend a book from your favorite genre, and I'm going to go with fantasy as my genre, and I'm going to recommend the book The Evil Queen. I thought this was such a neat take on Snow White. It was very interesting because they already know their fates to begin with, kind of who they're supposed to be, or they think they know who they're supposed to be. They already know the stories, and then they know that their family is following this story, but they don't know who in the story they are. It was just really interesting. I definitely recommend this one. It kept my attention. I loved it, and one of the better fantasy books that I have read in the recent past. Okay, 4 is Syllabus. the basic layout for everything that's going to happen this semester. Pick a book that was predictable. And you guys might think I'm crazy, but I really thought that Ninth House, like, I was figuring stuff out before they happened. In this one, and I kind of guessed what was going on already. I don't know if anybody else felt that way, but for me, it was predictable. And I'm not going to go into the plot of this book because I think I've had this in a couple of other videos, so I don't want to like keep repeating myself, but one that I thought was pretty predictable was Ninth House. The next one is pencils. I knew I was supposed to be taking notes, but mainly I would just draw, pick a character who's an artist. And ooh, I just picked this up and like pieces fell out. This is such an old book. Such an old book. I am going with Amy from Little Women. Little Women's been on my mind here lately because I just read Joe and Laurie, but I love this book, and to pick an artist, this is who I picked, was Amy from Little Women. This is such an old book. I know I've had this since high school. Like, it is so old. Like, I picked it up and like little flakes of pages came out. Sad book. But yes, Little Women, Amy, she is an artist. Okay, the next prompt is books. You know, those things that have all the knowledge in them. What book are you currently reading? And I am currently reading Where Dreams Descend. So far so good. I am not very far into it. I am only about 53 pages into the book, but so far it's really interesting, and I really like it. I think this is going to be one that I love. Honestly do. I started reading it yesterday, so I haven't even been reading it that long. So Where Dreams Descend. This was the June Owl Crate, I think this was the June Owl Crate pick. Backpack. I used to cram entirely too much stuff into mine. Pick a book that just had entirely too much crammed into it, and I'm going to go right on back to Ninth House. Thought this one had a lot crammed into it, and it didn't need to. Really didn't. And then the last one is school friends. Tag some people to do this tag. I don't really have any booktube friends yet, so I'm just, anybody who anybody who watches this, I am tagging you. Do the Back to School book tag. It was a quick little book tag, wasn't too difficult. So yeah, hope you liked it. Catch you later.